Hey, it's Rebecca. So after my brother Ian was killed in a motorcycle wreck when I was in second grade, it was the spring, I went crazy. You know, he was my favorite person in the world. He kind of raised me. He was 12 years older than I was. And he was really nice. So, of course, I gravitated toward him because nice was not common in my family. And for pretty much the whole year after he died, I had traumatic amnesia. I started going to a therapist in my 40s, and then we uncovered another reason why I had traumatic amnesia, which is, you know, another story. It was pretty crazy. And my mom told me about a year before she died that I had been diagnosed split personality after Ian was killed because I would be different people. So I was wondering, was I like Sybil? You know, were some of them boys? Were some of them girls? One of them was a boy. And Mom said I was usually one of two kids. And, you know, we were Catholic. So I was going to, sorry, choking. I was going to catechism. And we had the coolest nun. The only nun that I can compare it to is she's very similar to the nun in the show Evil. You know, that little bitty woman looked like an older version of this nun that we had. She was really, really funny and really cool. She said all sorts of crazy things. She said that she didn't believe that non-baptized babies, you know, go to hell or limbo or something. She goes, you know, I hate when people paint God as a jerk. You know, that's something a jerk would do. They're not going to send a baby to hell or to limbo. That's disgusting. She also said she didn't believe that people were in hell forever. She said, you know, no human being in one lifetime can do enough evil that they're in hell forever. You know, it's going to take a while. She goes, like Hitler, that's going to take a while. He's going to be in there a while. She says, but I think that, you know, once they've paid their sentence and maybe learned that they can get out. So, you know, all of this was really controversial. And she used to take us into the gym at the children's center, which our priest had built, and play basketball with us, and then, like, you know, teach us while we're playing basketball. And I remember they had lowered the hoop because we were little kids, but I still couldn't do a layup because I was too little. So she would pick me up and let me do a layup. And she had a rosary made out of coffee beans. And it was really cool. She used to let me smell the coffee beans and rub the rosary and everything. And, you know, she said that everybody has good and bad inside of them. And it depends on which one you spoil more. Which one do you feed? You know? And she says it's always better to feed the nice one. And then you can grow up and you can be nice. So I loved her. I actually wanted to be a nun for a while because of this woman. Decades later, when I was in my 50s, my mom told me that woman never existed, that nun did not exist, that our priest taught us catechism that year, and that the gym that we played basketball in had not been built yet. And so how wild is that? You know, I mean, like I told you, my mom was psychic and everything, but I couldn't do anything like that. But I saw this woman, this nun helped me. And I still remember it like it was yesterday. She was completely real. And she taught me to be open-minded. So that was really, really cool.